Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to the channel. It's Cynicalex. I'm going to be really honest with you off the top. I've had to restart this video about half a dozen times because I'm just not really sure how to express the way that I feel about Crescent here. So on the one hand, this is a fun uniform and she's still a cool character, which she sort of has been from the beginning. But on the other hand, there are still things that are sort of fundamentally wrong with this character. There's targeting issues on her tier 3, on her second skill. And really, this is unfortunately still what I like to call an incremental buff. Now, I hate using that word. I think it's dumb, and I think it's dumb when the devs do it. But it's in this case, it's true. This is not a game changer for Crescent, unfortunately. And I'm not really sure what the devs were thinking because unlike Luna and unlike Sharon, I know that Crescent doesn't have the adoption rate of these characters, right? Crescent's not popular. So the devs really needed to approach this situation and be like, okay, we really need to make this Crescent uniform good because she may never have another chance here, guys. And they were like, nope, let's just give her, some teeny tiny buffs. Let's give her some crappy targeting on her tier 3. Let's give her some wonky stuff on her second skill. Yeah, they introduced 2 frenzy buffs. Yes, they gave her an additional 3 seconds of accumulation, but she still has issues. And those haven't gone away. And she still has what might seem like kind of mediocre damage at times, which is so weird for a paywall tier 3 character with, the Sharon Rogers type accumulation, double frenzy buffs, all it's just crazy. Like, for the number of buffs that this character has, she should be absolutely ripping this stage, and she's not. Right? Io is still targetable, which makes her constantly at risk of just getting bodied and comboed. And despite having this counterattack, sometimes it just doesn't trigger. As you can see, she just stands there stupidly. She has a ton of 1 second and 2 second buffs, which puts her at a huge risk of getting just, CC'd to hell because she only has like 3 seconds of invincibility here and there. Man, I still have to watch Io die. It's so tragic, right? So yeah, honestly, guys, this one's tough. This is a tough one, but bear with me here. Bear with me. Because I do think she's a good character. I just don't really want to I don't really want to put her through her paces as far as raw damage tests go because look, look, why is she just standing there? It's so awkward. That was rough, guys. Honestly, that was the first time in 6 tries that I actually was able to get through it. Now, we're just using her own leadership, but for her to take 2 minutes as a character, this is just unacceptable, This kind of damage is unacceptable. I've heard she gets a lot better with a rage, and so I'll say off the top of the bat that I am expecting her to get quite a bit better with a rage here. I don't think she's proc friendly, right? A lot of her skills have really short cooldowns. She's got 13 seconds here, 9 seconds. That's 15, 8, and then 16. Yeah, you could maybe try to do something like, 4 delayed cancel, 2 cancel 5 proc or something like that, but you want to get hit. So unlike Sharon, unlike other of these other accumulation characters, I don't think it works for her. So I wouldn't even recommend an obelisk. I'm not even going to try with an obelisk. It's definitely an upgrade over this uniform, but honestly, this is one of the more frustrating characters in Marvel Future Fight to play. I've begged the devs year over year to actually make her good, and they just keep ignoring us. So I'm not really going to, drag my balls through glass to try to make this character, to give this character a fair shake, because the devs are not even giving her a fair shake, right? The devs are not giving this character a fair try. They're not really. This is turning into a rant video already, and we're like 2 minutes in. Anywho, here's the build. All right, I'm gonna do my best here, guys. Here's the build. Here's the Uru. All right, we're just gonna slap a rage on her and see what happens. All right, maybe I'll be pleasantly surprised. Maybe I'll bang my head on my desk. Who knows? I'm gonna go ahead with this one here. She's got a plethora of buffs nowadays. Listen, if you're buying this uniform, you're buying it primarily for the leadership, Moon's Blessing. Secondarily, your secondary reason for buying this uniform is because, you can see here, all allies leadership, 60% physical attack. That's great. You can now apply it to, War Machine, Rogue, Silk. There's tons of new characters, Yelena, Spider-Man, tons of new characters that you can give this to that previously you could not give to because they were not combat types, right? She can even buff Medusa because Medusa deals physical damage. Anywho, it's great. That's the first reason why you're buying this uniform, because of the uniform change, because of the leadership change on the uniform. The second reason you're buying this uniform is because I've heard it's good for Alliance Conquest. If that's your thing, it seems good. She's got iframe ignore, she's got heal, she's got reflect. She's got a lot of meta abilities, right? Counter attack, and she's got short cooldowns. So that's another biggie there. The only problem still is that IO is targetable. I don't know why IO is targetable. They hate us. Actually, let me rephrase. They hate Crescent. But yeah, let's go ahead and see what she does with the CTP of Rage. Her stats are basically all capped. Wow, her crit damage is actually not capped. That blows my mind. Really? Okay, well, let me fix that real quickly here, and then we'll jump into some action. All right, so let's recap. If you're not buying Crescent for the leadership and you're not buying Crescent for Alliance Conquest, why are you buying Crescent? I don't know. You're not going to buy this uniform if you're not going to tier 3 here. I'll say that right now. And then beyond that, let's just see what happens here when we attack with her. And with the CTP of Rage, obviously now equipped. Now, one thing you're going to want to note is that she's going to need to let that rock drop on the 4th skill in order to take advantage of the buff. So if you're canceling 4 too early with Crescent, you're not going to get the frenzy buff on the 4th skill, and that's the most important part. So make sure you're not canceling 4 too early. Of course, she's got the heal on 4, which makes it great. But yeah, you do need to keep that in mind there. She has good damage on the counter attack. There's just not enough hits, unfortunately. And the 5th skill just lasts way too long. You know, it's just yeah, way too long of an animation. Let that rock drop. Okay. All right, so we're doing quite a bit better here. 45 seconds when we've gone through the first 2 phases. Let's go ahead and drop that rock, pop that 2, and pop that 6. No rage proc activates there. You love to see it. You thought that they had changed it by adding hits, but I guess not. Crescent has always had an issue, by the way, in ABX back in the day with triggering her rage proc. So I'm not surprised to see that bug sort of rear its ugly head. Let's see if we can survive here. We do survive, and we end up taking her out in 1:10. So that's a pretty big increase. This is what I was expecting, so that's not bad. We almost doubled her time, right? She took 2 minutes and change, yeah, about 2 minutes and 20 seconds to clear the stage 99 with no CTP. Now she's doing it with in 1:10, so about, you know, twice as fast. However, here's where we're going to get a little bit more testing done. We're going to go over to stage 19, which is where we're testing Sharon Rogers, and we're going to throw in Crescent lead here. Now, keep in mind, she has a bunch of new buffs, like her 4th skill has a frenzy buff, her 5th skill has a frenzy buff, but you want to keep in mind that she also has 100% ignore dodge for 5 seconds on her 5th. That's really good against Null, of course, but it's only for 5 seconds. So unfortunately, like, I wish they had made that like 7 seconds or 8 seconds. It would have been perfect. But yeah, they want to sort of be irritating here. So yeah, you're not going to be able to, I mean, we could do that, and that would give her an extra 30% ignore dodge, but that kind of feels like cheating. So she does have a lot of ability buffs, which again makes her very good for climbing in World Boss Legend, because sometimes the restriction will be strong type characters or durable type characters or leadership type characters, but they just didn't make Crescent strong enough. Okay, rant over. So yeah, we're just gonna go ahead and give her, let's say, wave support and Quasar, just for the sake of simplicity here. I'm gonna bring in this one, and we're gonna bring in, we basically have to bring in at least 3 ignore dodge strikers. That's the thing. With 100% ignore dodge is great, but only 5 seconds every 8 seconds, which means 3 seconds she has no ignore dodge, like 0. That's really bad, right? Because we know she's not gonna work with energy. We know she's not gonna work with the proc. So I'm not really sure what I want to do here as far as, that was a horrible start. Okay, we want to dodge that little thing at the beginning, but because she's an accumulation character, we want to get hit back, right? Like we do with Sharon Rogers, old uni, like we do with Dr. Doom, like we do with Luke Cage, all these characters. So we got to try to figure this out. However, why would you be playing with Crescent in the first place when you'd be playing with literally any other character? No, I'm just kidding. All right, so we don't get knocked back. We just triggered our rage proc, okay. All right, that's always a good sign there. Gonna go ahead and pop that. Okay, that damage is good for sure. That damage is really good. Okay. We're gonna pop the co-op skill. We did dodge the cage. Really nice. Okay. Let's go ahead. All right. There's the rage. Boom. Now when they land, things are gonna happen. Okay, we cannot dodge the cage here. She's actually doing surprisingly well. Okay, maybe you just gotta slap a rage on her. Who knows? And we could have gotten accumulation on that slap there from the tentacle if we had just waited. But so all these iframes, right? That's what we wanted there. Ooh, that damage is really good. Wow. Okay, let's play it out. Wow. That's pretty fast. Okay, true. True. We're gonna do 4, 5, 2, and then 6. Four, 2, 5. Oh. No counter there. Good damage though. Okay, true. Okay, okay. Here's one thing I will say about Crescent that's really funny. Io will absorb the majority of damage during these spike phases. So okay, there is one thing that's... What happened? Our tier 3 got interrupted? Okay, sorry. I'm a little bit all over the place. This video has shifted dramatically because she's actually good, question mark? Okay, listen, Io is hilarious. He's gonna absorb like all the damage for you. So he's also gonna take the pressure off of you by taking the aggro for those spikes when Null does the spikes. So check this out. See, Io's over there. Okay, Io, don't follow me. Io's over there, I'm over here. So the bounce, when the spikes bounce, they do follow me. But otherwise, right, they're just following him. Which I think is hilarious. Okay, we gotta be careful here. We don't want to die to that thing. We also don't want to die to this. Okay. But yeah, when she gets hit and then she accumulates, that tier 3 skill really pops off. Look at that damage. Yeah. So there was a video back in the day that taught me how to play with Sharon. I can't remember his name now. There's another YouTuber. I think it's like Avengers or something like that. Not the Avengers, not like Captain America and Black Widow, but anywho, they taught me how to play Crescent for ABX. But this was like a year and a half ago, I want to say. So shout out to them, because it seems like their rotation is pretty much on the money again. But yeah, the tier 3, you don't want to cancel the tier 3. You want to let that play out, because that damage is really nice. It doesn't seem like she can pop the it doesn't seem like she can pop the second skill when they're iframing. Weird. It seems like an iframe ignore only when the counter is up. See, I can't pop it right now. Let's see what happens here damage-wise. Oh, my rage proc didn't activate. Okay. Sure. We got the counter off there, so we should have maximum or near maximum accumulation. I might be canceling the fifth skill a little bit early. But wow, she does it with a minute left. Wow. I mean, she's got a leadership and she's got a support, but that's pretty good. Sorry, I hit that P a little bit too hard there. That's pretty good. Anyways, despite the fact that she's not the most popular character, despite the fact that this buff is not a crazy, insane buff for her, we can still find ways to make her really good given, you know, these circumstances here. So we're going to go ahead and use the second skill. Make sure we accumulate like crazy, and then this should be a pretty nice buff. And as you can see, the bug on the rage proc is still here, where for the entirety of her tier 3 skill... Oh, that was kind of a pop of damage. Okay. For the entirety of the proc, her rage doesn't activate. For the entirety of the tier 3 animation, her rage doesn't activate. Like all these hits, right? None of them are critting? Really? So like this is an ongoing bug with her tier 3 that players have known about for a long time. Especially ABX players. Oh, especially ABX players. But yeah, she hits surprisingly hard. Whoa, that third skill. Let's see if her tier 3 can dodge the cage. No, it can't. Okay. Oh, Crescent. If only they made you good. Okay, nice. Yeah, the counterattack is really nice. When you get the counterattack to fly, it flies. Don't think we got hit there. This is all off proc, by the way. How did I get stunned? I swear her hitbox is like insanely large. It's because of Io, I swear. How did I get hit? I was definitely out of the circle and I got stunned anyways. Okay. Sure, buddy. Let's see, pop that. So if you don't want to deal with the rage proc not activating, what you basically want to do is make sure that you let the 4th skill activate, and then it rains down all those rocks after she breaks it. Yeah, man, I don't know. Frustrating to still see this bug more than a year later. But we're gonna do 4, cancel 5, cancel 3, cancel 2, cancel 6, and just see what happens here damage wise. Boom. I'm gonna go into 4 again, go into 3. No counter from the 2. Surprisingly good damage anyways from 5. Now we let Io get abused. Io goes down for the count early. I think we got accumulation there. We got some, yeah. Not bad, dude. Not bad. Maybe I'll get more used to this character, sort of like I did with Shang-Chi. It's hilarious to see Io just sacrifice himself to the symbiote over and over and over again. Don't get me wrong. It's always very, very amusing. I think I got frozen. There we go. The rage proc activated mid tier 3. We're behind for damage for sure though. Okay. There we proc that thing there. Gotta be careful here. He's gonna do this thing. Yeah, I don't think she can do this. Maybe she can if I can play like really perfectly, but again, rage proc doesn't activate. Like, tell me, why would you invest in this character to actually like play on a serious level when there are still bugs a year later? That's crazy to me, right? How have the devs not fixed that? That's wild, dude. That's so wild. That's actually really annoying. I think she can still do it. I'm just kind of pissed off that the tier 3 still has that bug. Like, there's no way with that many hits. She also has max crit rate. So with 75% crit rate, there's no way with that many hits, right? She's not triggering the rage. Look at this. No rage proc. This is a known bug, dude. It's, you know, like I'm recreating it over and over and over again over the course of just one fight. There's no way, right? There's no way. And then she just stands there awkwardly. It's so dumb. So dumb. But then she has damage out of nowhere, dude. So strange. I don't think she's gonna have... Okay, we technically have enough time because we have 30 seconds, but I don't think she's gonna have enough time, given the fact that I'm gonna pop the tier 3 here early. She's super tanky. Wow, she's super duper tanky. I gotta say, she's really tanky. Wow, she almost made it. Super duper tanky, but just not enough to get it done there at the end. So yeah, some definite pros about this character, some definite cons. It's a bit frustrating, to be honest with you, to still see these bugs and these like glitches plaguing the character after a year. But I'm not really gonna spend any more time ranting because I've done plenty of rants about this character. I've you know, told the devs plenty of times to fix her tier 3 skill, to fix. There's obviously a bug where if your rage has not already activated when you press the tier 3 skill, there's like an 80% chance that it's not going to trigger at all until the tier 3 skill is done and you've done another skill. It's like this. It's like the skill registers 0% crit chance. And if you guys don't know, like for those of you that are confused, the rage proc only activates if you crit, right? You can see their activation rate 20% when dealing a critical attack. You have to crit, which is why guaranteed crit rate is so good and synergized with rage, because of the ability to proc it more consistently. But we've seen characters who don't have guaranteed crit rate and they can proc just fine against null, right? Some struggle, others don't, right? In the case of Crescent, she even has guaranteed crit rate. She has 15% guaranteed crit rate, plus 75% crit chance. Makes no sense, man. Makes absolutely no sense. So yeah, that's my Crescent review, guys. I'm definitely not going to be doing a follow-up video on this one. So if you liked it, smash the like button. Let me know down below in the comments what you think. Obviously, she probably has some, like, if she can tank null like that, she obviously has some value for PvP. You can see 92,000 HP without a PvP build, but I have zero interest in making her a PvP character, so I will not be exploring that. To be honest with you guys, if I'm 100% crystal clear here, I'm probably going to be taking off her rage and just slapping on an insight. I think I'm done with this character. They tried 3 times and they absolutely failed, in my opinion. Like, it's annoying for me to say that they failed because I don't think that they failed. Like, I don't think she's a bad character, obviously. If she can almost do stage 29, she's not a bad character. She's fun to play. She's got cool animations, unique animations, etc. She's got a really cool design, right? This, like, space design is really, really cool. But there's just something that pisses me off about knowing that this character still has this bug a year later. Maybe it's just that's pissing me off. I don't know. Anywho, more candid than usual. Hit me up in the comments down below. Let me know what you think. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.